Hi everyone, welcome to my first video. I am going to be making some Galaxy of Heroes content here going forward. I've been thinking about doing this for a little while. I really love this game. It's definitely my favorite mobile game ever, and probably up there with one of my favorite games of all time, honestly. I really enjoy watching other YouTubers and content creators their content on this game, but I feel like maybe there's a little bit lacking out there for the type of audience of player level that I would consider myself, and that's more of a mid-game player. Most of these content creators out there are end-game players with very complete, full rosters, high relic characters, very very good teams, good players, obviously. That's why people enjoy watching them. But I was thinking maybe there's more players like myself out there who would like to see videos of someone more in the mid-game stage and kind of be able to take pointers from that and compare, or maybe just enjoy watching that type of gameplay. You can see here I'm about 2.9 million GP. I'm currently in Division 4 for GACs. I just finished at my highest level ever, which was 471, 285,000 lifetime banners. I do have a streak of Kyber for like 7 or 8 months in a row now. I'm not sure. I started playing this game like 3 years ago, and I was playing for a while, really enjoyed it, and for whatever reason, I can't even remember why now, and I wish I wouldn't have, but I stopped playing for almost a whole year, maybe even more. But I got into it again earlier in 2020 and got into a new guild that I really enjoy. Lots of great guild mates in there. And my love for the game has really gone up exponentially, I would say, and I'm much more invested in it and care more about it. And obviously that's why I'm here making a video like this. And this first video today is just going to be a roster overview, so you can kind of see where I'm working with, see if it's something that maybe compares to you or somewhere in your range that you'd enjoy watching. In the future, I'll see what other type of videos I might want to post out there. Probably talk about that some more at the end. But for now, just do a roster overview and kind of get things started from there. Look at my roster here. I don't want to make this video too long, but I want to give kind of the basic idea of what I'm working with. I do have 4 relic characters. I did just relic Darth Vader today, actually. I've been saving up a lot of my materials to get him pretty high. So, we'll kind of break this down by faction, I suppose. You can start with bounty hunters. As you can see, I do have 10 bounty hunters that I consider playable here. 7 stars. They're all at least level 80. Grief Karga is my newest one, so he's not the best in gear tier. I'm working on that right now. But my go-to bounty hunter squad is actually Bosk Lead with Jango, Boba, Mando, and Grief. And I'll get more into squads later, or maybe in a later video, and what I like to run breakdown squad-wise. But I do have 10 bounty hunter characters that I like to use here. Clones, I just unlocked Arc Trooper. I should say I just got him to 7 stars. Still working on getting him a little stronger, but I was pretty excited about that. I was very late to that train, that's for sure. My clones are nothing special at all, but I do have Shaak Ti working on getting her to 7 stars as well. You'll see that coming up here in the Jedi that I do run for a clone squad. Droids, I guess you can see all my droids here. Couple projects in here. L3 is currently my Cantina farm that I'm working on. She's a very sneaky tank. Very, very strong. Even at this lower level, she's completely playable right now for me at only, 4 stars and 8,000 power. Just because her unique abilities are pretty cool. I have a decent Separatist droid team. I'm working on finishing B1 in Droidica to get to 7 stars. And then a lot of droids that fill in on different teams. Empire, not my strongest faction after Vader and Palpatine. Of course, Thrawn is great, but after that, they're pretty average across the board. A lot of unfinished in the works characters out there. Ewoks, these first 5 here, that's who I'm using to try to get 3PO. I just unlocked 5-star 3PO a couple weeks ago. I'm working on gearing these guys up a little bit more so I can get 6 and 7-star 3PO and really start to take advantage of his usefulness. First Order. This was probably one of the first factions I went in after early game, but I've been playing long enough now that I've kind of put them on the back burner. I am working on Sith Trooper. He's one of my regular energy farms. Getting him up to 7 stars. He really does a lot of damage as an attacker and can play on either First Order or a Sith team. Galactic Republic. I run a pretty standard Padme team. Padme, General Kenobi, Annie, Ahsoka, and either my 3PO down here or occasionally GMY, but usually he's always running with my Jedi Knight Revan squad. And I am wanting to start getting Barriss stronger here soon because I have seen how useful she can be as a plug character on a lot of teams, including this Galactic Republic team. I got the bugs. They're not very well geared or leveled up, but I do have the Zeta lead on Brood, or the unique, I should say, not the leader ability. So they're a team that I use on defense just to annoy people. Basically, they're nothing too crazy. Imperial Troopers, I'm way behind on those, and which sucks because I am seeing how useful they are right now, but really not even a kind of playable team with them at the moment. Jawas haven't even begun. Jedi, probably my best team currently. Jedi Knight Revan lead with GMY, Jolie, Bastila Shan, and Hoda. That team can do work, and I'm probably going to work on getting one of those other 3 that aren't relicked soon, because I know how useful they can be. I do have a lot of other Jedi here, obviously used in a lot of different places. Here's Shakti. As I mentioned, she's who my ship farming is going towards right now. One of them. And I use her for a leader for the clones. And I've considered plugging her in on my Galactic Republic team at the moment until I get my clones a little stronger and more useful. So I might play around with that in this next round of GACs, but I'm not sure yet. Night Sisters, pretty standard. I don't really actively farm Ghost or Zombie. I just kind of let those come with the Night Sister challenges that come a couple times a month, and you can get the shards from them. So it's a very slow process, but I haven't put a lot of effort into leveling them up in a long time. But they're also another one of those kind of annoying teams you can throw in on defense, and just with zombies' ability to keep coming back and Daka reviving, they can cause teams fits every now and then and give me a sneaky hold here and there. I got a pretty good group of Old Republic characters needed to get Darth Revan and Jedi Knight Revan, of course, and Darth Malak, who I just unlocked a couple weeks ago also, who I was very excited about. But I do have a solid Old Republic team that I can throw out there. They're not anything special in terms of what it takes to beat them anymore now that people have figured them out. But a lot of people around my level haven't. So when I throw out a 90k Old Republic squad with Karth lead, Big Z, Mission, Candaris Ordo, and Jahani, you'd be surprised how many holds that gets for people who don't know the easy trick to beat that team. That team can actually be soloed by OG Kylo Ren. Of course, I got Phoenix. Need them to get Thrawn. Really don't use them anymore at all, except as a cleanup team if I need to. Rebels, tons of rebels in here, kind of hard to see through, but my go-to rebel squad is Commander Luke, of course, with Raid Han and Chewbacca, and then I go with 3PO and Chewie, who's a great character, plays way above its power level, and either Old Ben as the 5th, or occasionally, now that I have 3PO, I'll put 3PO in with them as well. Just kind of depends on what I feel like I need. And some resistance. This is a sneaky team that can sometimes cause people fits on defense if they don't know how to go after it. Jedi Training Rey, of course, at lead, and then I go R2, BB-8, Rey Scavenger, and OG Finn. I don't have the best resistance characters available. I haven't even really unlocked resistance bros, but that's someone who I would like to get down the road. Resistance Trooper's a sneaky good character. Haven't really started there either. But this resistance team it plays a little bit above their level too. They just have good synergy with each other. And JTR is a really good lead. Rogue One I don't use at all. They're pretty overrated at this point and not very viable. Scoundrels, just kind of a mix of all kinds of characters in here. The ones that I'll point out, as I said, I'm working on L3. Nest is my other ship farm at the moment. Ship Energy, I should say. She is a very good character, especially around my level where not a lot of people use her or know how to beat her. She can solo multiple teams. She solos Ewoks great, as long as you have high tenacity. Solos Phoenix pretty good. But yeah, you can stick her on teams, and if you don't know the tricks to beat her, she can really be a problem. But so I'm working on getting her up higher. And I'm also very close to unlocking Beskar Mando. I kind of went a little hard after this one. Spent all my crystals that I'd saved up for a very long time waiting for a new legendary character to come out, because I like these legendary journey guide mega packs you can buy, and I saved crystals for a long time. I was up to like 10,000 crystals and was able to buy 3 or 4 packs mixed in with some farming, able to get the characters, all the characters I needed, up to 7 stars. So I'm working on gearing up Cara Dune, IG-11, Grief, and Mando, wherever here, Mando, a little bit more, hoping that I can beat that final tier of Beskar Mando right here, and unlock Beskar Mando and use that for a new leader of a scoundrel team, which I'm pretty excited about. I think I'll probably go Best Garmando, L3, Nest, IG11, and Queel. I think that would be a great team, especially on defense. That's a team that you're either going to get people to stall out on or hold because of some of the unique abilities of those characters in there. So I'm really excited about that. That's my current biggest team project at the moment, outside of individual characters trying to gear up. Separatists, of course, as I mentioned, Separatist droids, Grievous lead. They're always an annoying team on defense if you don't know how to attack them, or if my opponent doesn't have a Jedi Knight Revan. Sometimes they can't even beat that team, even though they're nothing special at the moment. No Gear 12. Only Zeta in the group is Grievous. Newt is a character who I like a lot, but don't always have a spot for. I've been plugging him in instead of Droidica on that Separatist Droids team, but sometimes I wish there was a few more Separatist players that I had to make another Separatist team with, because Dooku's kind of a floater as well, but Asajj goes with Night Sisters, Jango with Bounty Hunters. I prefer them there. Dooku I actually put with the Sith team because my Sith team's not particularly strong, as you'll see here. Since I run Vader and Palpatine kind of has more Empire characters, and honestly most of the time just them two alone undermanning squads. My Sith team, I go Traya lead with Dooku, this Darth Scion who also isn't very well leveled up yet, but plays well above his power because I have him well modded, and he's just a pretty tanky character. And then with Nihilus for that awesome Annihilate ability. And the fifth is kind of where I plug a random character. I like Thrawn with Nihilus always to feed turn meter and get to Annihilate quicker. But sometimes I put Thrawn with Vader and Palpatine, in which case I'll throw like Darth Maul or Sidious with that Traya Sith team. For the most part, I use this Traya Sith team to counter Geos because her leader ability works so strongly against them. Sith allies 40% critical avoidance, and when an enemy uses ability outside of their turn, they take damage equal to 30% of their max health. So you know how those bugs work. They just keep attacking out of turn endlessly, and they kill themselves off just because of that ability. And pretty easy counter to them, honestly. And then this is probably my second best team after my Jedi, my Darth Revan, BSF, HK, the Malik that I just unlocked, and I'm almost already to 6 stars because I was saving up my guild event store currency as well just for that. So hopefully after the next territory war, I'll be able to get him to 6 stars. And then Sith Empire Trooper, who is another one of those tanky characters who plays above their power level if you have him modded correctly. He's pretty tanky, 20k and 20k for a 6,000 power character. If nothing else, he takes a few hits and gives a few extra turns to everyone else before they can start attacking them, and by that point, Revan and BSF have basically killed off everybody, so very, very good team for me. I'd say that's pretty much the gist of my roster. I guess if you want to see how I keep my favorites up here at the top, there's more than there usually is up here. Usually I have just one Gear 12 character who I'm working on to get to Relic, so that'd be Kenobi here. And then a couple characters, or just one, who I'm trying to gear up towards Gear 12, Malik in this case. And then everyone I'm farming, so Shaak Ti, B1, DDK, Sith Trooper, Nest, and L3, and Scion. Those are my farms. Shaak Ti, Nest, and B1 as ship farms a day. And and normal energy, DDK, and Scion, and Sith Trooper. And then L3 is my Cantina farm. I typically don't use my crystals to refresh and let me refarm a character a second or third time a day. I just use my new energy for multiple characters, and I know that drags out the time overall, but I don't mind it getting 3 characters at a slower rate rather than 1 really fast, 2 really fast, 3 really fast in succession to each other. I mean, the other way is probably better, but I don't mind doing it the way I've always done it to save crystals for other things. But here I also have all those scoundrels tagged just because I want to throw the gear pieces on them when I can so I can try to get Beskar Mando. They're probably where all my gear is going currently. So that is my roster. I might make another video next of my actual squad list, a breakdown of them, so you can see how I have stuff ordered. But I guess for anyone who ends up seeing this video, if you've made it to the end, if there's anything you would like to see, or if it seems like these type of videos might interest you based on my roster and what level of the game I'm at, I'd be happy to make stuff kind of tailored to what people want to see, especially early on before I get an idea of what is best for people. And I'll definitely be posting videos of my GAC matches once that starts up again later this month. I'll post a video of the run I take getting Beskar Mando when I get that. And I'll just kind of play around and see what is out there and what anyone's interested in. Yeah, I'm excited to start doing this. I've never done any type of content creating before. So I guess we'll see how it goes. See if I get any kind of traction with it. And thanks for watching the video if you made it this far. Yeah, I guess I'll see you guys next time.